Welcome to Tiger Tropics. Little update on my 180, the fully planted tank. Now, few weeks back, what I've done is I got some pofos. I put them in the tank, in the 5-footer, and then I changed everything around, and I put them plants in the 180 because the parameters are roughly about the same. But the reason there's been no follow-up video is because since then, what's happened is quite a bad case of Blackbeard within that tank, which basically indicates what's the name? The nutrient level of the water is out of balance. So I do weekly water changes, about 20% thereabouts, give or take. I do the weekly water changes. I always maintain my filters as well. But obviously what happened is, because the plants are not consuming what's in the water, you have Blackbeard. So I'm pretty convinced it's the lack of CO2 within the tank which has created this effect. And I think it's kind of choked some of the plants out. So the pofos, I've literally gone down to one plant. I'll show you. I mean, literally, we've got just that one here left. I mean, some of the lilies have done really well. They've grown really nice. But what I've ended up doing is treating it with some Blackbeard remover. Now, if you see the purple, that's a reaction to the actual treatment itself. And the roots there, literally everything was covered with Blackbeard. The product I'm actually using is by a product by Quantum. It's a British company, and they do a lot of marine stuff. It was actually from a friend of mine who uses their products for marine, who suggested to use it because their stuff's pretty good. And it's this stuff. It's part of their plant essential range, and because obviously they do freshwater and they do marine stuff. So I ordered a bottle, and I've been treating it. But be very careful. The stuff is very, very strong. One of the things my friend turned around and said to me is, when you're using this product, don't get it on your hands. Don't spill it. Which pretty much every time I use it, I spill it and I get it on my hands, and it normally stains my fingers. I mean, I'm doing it right now. I've got some on my hands. Now, the fish are fine. What I've done is I've used the Quantum dosing app, so to dose up the tank properly. And like I say, something I was noticing is the tank started looking very dirty, regardless how much I cleaned it, because all the excess algae and everything. Really noticed it on these plants as well, which I thought a lot of that was just sand and detritus, but it wasn't. It was actually algae as well. So I'm looking forward to the end of the week when I stop treatment, do the water change, give the tank a bit of a clean up, and it should actually look better. Hello, you. Hello. Do you know what? I was never a big fan of angels, but I like this one. It's got a lot of character. Yeah. So, and another reason I haven't gone through, because obviously the tank needs CO2, because the conveyor belt of nutrients to plants to light is out of whack. So more light you have, the more these want to grow, more nutrients they need. Yeah, but if they don't have enough CO2, then they can't absorb the nutrients quick enough for them to turn it into growth, and put it in like in most basic terms. So, but I am not going to add CO2 to this yet, because the idea is that I am basically I've got another tank on the go now that I'm basically gonna the big 5-footer that I featured a couple of days ago, the Juwel. I am gonna refurbish that one, and that's gonna go in place of the other 5-foot tank, and that's basically gonna house the cichlids. Yeah, once the cichlids go in there, and we'll be moving the 5-footer, and I'll be converting the 5-footer into what the 180 is. Yeah, so once I get rid of, and then whole issue is this tank. At the moment, I wanna try to get rid of this tank, and I'll be getting rid of the barbs. And I know my channel is Tiger Tropics because of the barbs, but I really, it takes time to basically maintain these things, and I really want a couple of big showpiece tanks. So I've basically opted that I'm going to put the 5-footer here along this wall. Everything that's in here and this entire look of this tank is going to go into the 5-footer. All of these fish in here are going to go into the 5-footer. So you're going to have loads more room, and I'll probably add more fish to that tank. Now, on top of that, the combonas, I think they're called combonas. All the combonas are going to go into the 5-footer as well. I'm looking for some combona reds because they look really nice. So, big bunch of these in one section. The hydrophilia in another section with some the Ludwigias. And basically, I'll be running CO2 on that tank. So, and I'll probably opt for a 115 centimetre aqua sky on that as well. So I basically need this sold to make the room, not only make the room, but to fund the lighting and the CO2 and plants. And once basically that tank is virtually up and running, I'll get rid of this tank as well. So I'll be running the 5-footer here, the big 5-footer in the other room, and yeah, and then I'll be looking at maybe getting into marine as well by the end of the year. So we're going to see how that goes. But as a whole, tank's still looking good. The tanks are still looking good. But yeah, I recommend this product. It's really, really good, but like I say, very potent. Read the instructions, get the dosing calculator. Yeah, make sure you use it properly because it's very, very, very strong. So this is my review of the Quantum Blackbeard remover. Yeah, by their Plant Essentials range, and I'll say it's very good, very effective, definitely working. If you get Blackbeard's outbreak, definitely try this stuff. I mean, like, look at all the Blackbeards basically turn red, which means it's killing it. Even on the top, look at the Java moss. So it should in theory clean this tank and allow these lot to grow a bit better. But obviously, they're not going to really grow properly until I give it CO2. And I won't be treating it with CO2, I'll be giving it CO2 like injection. So that's it from me. Have a good day, guys. Like, subscribe, share the video, and I've got more content coming. I've got the big 5-footer, like I said. I'm in the middle of trying to get that one up and running and water testing it and all that. I've sort of opted out of putting that into the channel since I've already done that type of video already. Tell me if you want to see it, because I'll record it and put it up there. Also, I've got a video, nice trip down London that I keep on threatening to release, which I'm going to do very soon. And yeah, that's it. Enjoy the channel, guys. Thank you very much. See you later on.